news, everyone.
All right, let's get into this first news article, and then we can kind of keep going, because I do have the Monster Hunter announcement trailer in here as well, because I want to watch it again. I just want to go through it one more time. The Depths of Dredge are coming to Dave the Diver in December. Watch out, Dave! That grotesque fish of Dredge's spooky worlds are invading the depths of Dave the Diver. Developer Mint Rocket and Black Salt Game announced during the Game Awards. So this is kind of what I was talking about. There's a little bit of a overlap with the Game Awards stuff, but this one was pretty cool. I think this one also came from Cyclo, so I'm never gonna deny a Cyclo article. Dave the Diver is getting a free update that brings Dredge into Dave's world. This update will be released on December 15th, which is... What is the 15th? Is the 15th this weekend? Friday. Sorry, I'm trying to do the mental math there. And honestly, it's a crossover that makes a ton of sense. So I thought this was pretty cool. I do have the trailer, so I figured let's check out the trailer. No need to really go into all the nitty gritty of the other BS stuff, but yeah, let's take a look here. I love that. I love that little sound at the end there. I've seen some of Dredge, and I know that that's the I think that's the sound for when you catch a weird fish. It's like I forget what they call it though. I think they have a specific name for it. It's like an anomaly fish almost. I love that sound. It's so good. Yeah, I'm so it's pretty cool. Yeah, and stuff like this is just kind of where it makes sense too. I love when you get a crossover that makes sense. And this is super cool. So I do need to go through Dave the Diver at some point. That'll probably be one from me, but Dredge is just one of those ones I just want to see in general. I just want to go through and play it. That may be a stream one at some point. Yeah, I love some of this. This is so cool. Let's keep going. Oh, real quick though, I will say, listen, back to my beloved Monster Hunter. We're gonna be getting some crazy crossovers again there. They gave us some seriously weird crossovers in World, so I expect we'll be getting some similar ones. There was a Witcher one. The Witcher one was super weird. So I think the Witcher one you had to fight like a Leshen, and then there was like a super Leshen, and I don't think I've ever beaten that other Leshen yet. That doesn't exist anymore. Oh, does that one not exist? Well, that's for the best. Should be happening soon. Oh, that's right. The Exoprimal crossover looked really cool too. There was a Final Fantasy crossover. There was a Resident Evil crossover. These are from World though. Has anybody watched that Monster Hunter movie? Assassin's Creed? Oh yeah, I remember. They gave you a special thing. I can't remember what they're called anymore for some reason. Those things were so cool. That's gone too. I think I got a lot of those before they happened, or before they were gone. So yeah, I was saying something the other day. I was like, I'm gonna watch it, and I may hate watch it, but I'm definitely gonna watch it. I'm just trying to see. I wish it was like streaming somewhere so I could just can I just fucking stream it? I don't want to pay money to see it. Money gotta change hands. Ooh, I don't know if I'm gonna do it then. Well, hold on. It's $3.79 on YouTube. That's not, I mean, I just don't want to own it though. hey, watching is a vibe, and that's probably what's gonna end up happening too. Damn. I don't want to change money out for this thing, this piece of crap. But I want to just see it so that way I know what it is. I will say, like, some of the effects and stuff for the monsters I saw looked pretty okay at the time. It was from the trailers and stuff, but outside of that, I don't know. All right, so this next one was for the U.S. Postal Service is going to be revealing additional stamps for 2024, and I saw that these first ones were D&D. These are actually super sick looking. I've never collected stamps, but I would get in for these. John Wooden as well. Carnival Nights. Oh, interesting. Those are really, really vibrant and intense too. Oh, this is the John Wooden one. Okay. Ansel Adams. Oh shit, actually, never mind. These are worth it. Ansel Adams is fucking phenomenal landscape photographer. Bro. Cat's on the lap here. I don't know if you can see him. He gets real drooly when he gets real lovey, and then he swings his drool all over the place. Bro, stop touching stuff, man. Come on now. Just chill. Just chill. Oh God. Maybe you're chilling a little too hard now, my dude. Yeah, I might have to check these out. See if there's a spot I can get them. The same U.S. government that brought Satanic Panic over D&D is now pushing the stamps. Yeah, because they're finally like, oh, it's a board game for nerds. Post office might have. Stop it. You know what I mean. Like, there's gonna be a release time, and sometimes you can order that shit, my dude. You stop it. You how dare you chastise me like this? Hey, it ain't LARPing. That's true. LARPing is a whole nother level. And listen, I'm not hating on anybody if you LARP, whatever. You do you. I got nothing wrong with any of that stuff. Have a good time. I always see those things and I'm like, man, I'd take some balls to get out there and do that stuff. So, I mean, listen, I don't know. You can buy a used DVD for $2.98. I might as well just buy the digital version, because hopefully then Google will take it away from me, at some point, and thank God for that. Yeah, at some point I'm gonna do it. I did watch recently. I watched. You remember Shazam? The DC film, not the Shaq film. No, I do not. Well, they made a second Shazam, so if you don't remember the first one, you're definitely not gonna remember the second one. All right, bro, come on, man. I think we done. I think we is. I forgot about the Shaq film. Yeah, I think that one's Kazam. I'm pretty sure. I'm actually not sure. I forget. My boss always gives me a hard time about this because he knows that there's a difference. And when I was telling him about Shazam, he was like, that's not that one that everybody thinks is real. There's a Sinbad film, right? No. You stop it. I wish I worked for Shaq though. But so I watched Shazam 2 I watched it over 2 days, and it's not terrible. I out of all like the DC films, I feel like that was actually a pretty okay film. I feel like they were I feel like, damn, they never gonna make another one of those either. So look at that. It was not great, but it was like fine. And the first one was okay too. Yeah, he did because they essentially canceled all of his shit, and then they also didn't promote that movie, I think, very well at all. So it was the same reason like The Rock is not gonna ever come back as Black Adam, because they pretty much did the same shit to him. You know, so they didn't. I mean, I think they promoted Black Adam a lot, but they like set up like a Black Adam Superman thing, and then they fired Superman, and he's like, the fuck am I gonna come back for then? So yep. Speaking of watching things, I did finish the first Squid Games The Challenge TV show that was on Netflix. I'm gonna put TV show in quotations here because I feel like it was fucking weird. But they're getting renewed for a second season, y'all. Did you watch it, JB? Also, welcome in, JB. Bro, it was absolutely wild. A show that should not exist. Yeah, I agree, but I watched it, and then after we watched it, I then proceeded to see so many articles talking about how bad the production was, and how like all these other things that me and Emily were talking before stream about, other things that she had heard from like other things, and like it just sounded like that whole production was fucking terrible. Oh my god. But yeah, so listen, if you watched it, we're getting a season 2. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna get into season 2 or not yet, but season 1, I mean, it was fine. It wasn't good. It was a good time waster. And they had a couple of good solid moments, but you know, it was fine. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else I really need to say about this. I'm sure the article is just saying that they got a second season, and then they're just, you know, going over some other shit that I don't really care about, so we'll move on. Yeah, I don't know if I'd recommend it to anybody. Yeah, did you end up watching all of it, JB? What did you think about it in all of its glory? Thriller mind meld. Yeah, I was comparing it as like a, you know, it's a very trash kind of TV kind of thing, but I thought it was fine. I really liked the competition stuff of it, but I think that was the stuff that was not handled very well. So I don't know. They said something like the first thing that they do is the red light, green light, and I immediately like saw a bunch of articles that were like talking about how that took like a ton of hours to complete, and the clock is only there for like, I think it's like 20 minutes or something like that. Maybe it's less. Maybe it was 5. No, it was more. Maybe it was 20. I can't remember. But there's like a clock counting down how much time you have to get to the end or whatever. And they were like, yeah, and the filming of that scene took us like 6 hours. And you're like, how? Why would you not just play it like the game or something? So there's definitely some weird things happening there that don't line up completely with me. All right, I don't know too much about this one. I just saw it, I think, actually just a little earlier today, so we'll read through it and find out some things. But Twitch is apparently shutting down in Korea early 2024, citing that ultimately, the cost of operation in Korea is prohibitively expensive. Interesting. Yeah, like I said, I don't know much about this, so I'm interested to do a little reading. In a surprise move, the popular live streaming platform Twitch has decided to end its service in Korea early next year. In a blog post, the CEO, Dan Clancy, announced Twitch will shut down its business in Korea effective February 27th, 2024, due to the cost of its operation in that country. Ultimately, the cost of operating Twitch in Korea is prohibitively expensive, and we have spent significant effort working to reduce the cost so that we could find a way for the Twitch business to remain in Korea. First, we experimented with a peer-to-peer model for source quality. Then we adjusted source quality to a maximum of 720p. While we have lowered costs from those efforts, our network fees in Korea are still 10 times more expensive than they are in other countries. Twitch has been operating in Korea at significant loss, and unfortunately, there's no pathway forward for our business to run more sustainably in that country. Said the decision was very difficult, and that the company delayed the decision for some time. Interesting. So that's really sad. I hope there's not a lot of people in Korea who are going to be missing out on these kinds of things. I'm sure there is, though. You know, it's one of the things I really like about Twitch. It's just because, you know, it makes it you can kind of did they actually say loss? It says that Twitch has been operating in Korea at a significant loss. But I was gonna say Twitch is one of those ones that's just kind of a, you know, a bigger company, and it's kind of worldwide. I'm sure there's some spots it's not, of course. I also don't know which ones they are, but you know, you get to meet people from all over the place, which is super cool. So it says in whatever the statement he made, he said loss, but not enough money. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, he also is saying that it's 10 times more expensive to run it there than anywhere else. So actually, he said it was 10 times more expensive than in most other countries, which is even more weird. Still 10 times more expensive than in most other countries. Maybe he's just saying that some are less than that or more, you know. I think he's saying that there's nothing more expensive than there, but some are easier and some are a little bit more difficult. So, dang, like I said, that's too bad. It makes me sad, you know, anytime stuff like that happens. But I also, you know, like I said, I wondered how many people are in Korea who are actually like, oh, this is a bad thing. There might not be many, I don't know, or there could be a ton. I legitimately don't know what Twitch's reach is in those kind of areas. Let's keep on going. The Last of Us Season 2 is going to debut in 2025 officially. I'm pretty hyped for this. So 2025 about to be a hype year. 2024 about to be dog shit. Confirmed. The second season of HBO's Last of Us will debut on Max in 2025, with production on the new batch of episodes set to start early next year. Max confirmed the release window for The Last of Us Season 2 in its One to Watch trailer, which showcases new originals, returning series, and more on its upcoming streaming slate. The Last of Us appeared in its 2025 section along with several other titles, including White Lotus, Euphoria, giving fans reason to celebrate. Yo, Casper, what's happening, buddy? How are you doing? Welcome on in. How is the leg doing today, my friend? Yeah, so I just wanted to kind of do a little update here. Nothing too crazy, you know. But this next one, oh my gosh, this next one had me fucking rolling. So apparently there's been a lot of leaks from Deadpool's 3's they've been shooting, and then so there's been like leaks, you know. They've been outside and people have been finding have been getting pictures of them being outside, and they're like, I don't know. So Ryan Reynolds apparently has been leaking some spoilers himself. South Korea charges non-Korean services more for internet, and then Twitch tried to save cash by switching to only 720p, and everyone bolted for YouTube. Oh. Interesting. That is, well, and he said that they tried to go to 720p and they saw like a little bit of a reduce, which is funny because it was probably a reduce because of that, and because everybody was like, we're going over to YouTube, but they still couldn't do it. They still couldn't make it. That is so weird. Also, is the S for South Korea, or were you saying that Korea charges non-Korean services? Okay, leg is fine despite the 12 shots. Good, I'm glad to hear that, friend. South, yeah. All right, cool. I interpreted correctly. So Deadpool 3 star Ryan Reynolds has dropped his own hilarious leaks from set. The actor posted an image from the set of the oncoming Deadpool. Deadpool began with leaks, or began with a leak, he said, referencing the initial leak back in 2016 that hyped up the canned movie. So I'm joining in, but please don't overuse the phrase Deadpool leaks because it might screw up your search result, whatever. So he's dropping these real random ones of them on the beach with who looks like to be the Predator. I believe there is a few more, or like at least one more too. Yeah, so here's another Deadpool leak of him holding on the bag with Mickey in the background. So there was some other ones that I didn't really understand. This one I didn't get as well. Somebody said it was a Quibi. I don't know what the hell Quibi is though. I don't know. So I just thought this was pretty goofy, and you know, very on brand for Ryan Reynolds. So there's one stream account in North Korea, and it's believed to be Kim Jong-un. So they ain't streaming much. Oh, really? Wait, do you not see the person when they stream? How do they? Do we not have? We don't have confirmation on who it actually is. Is it a VTuber? Oh, Steam. I see. Oh man, that's funny. Okay, all right. I see what you're saying. Yeah, sorry. I thought we were still talking about the streaming stuff, so I rolled right over that. That'd be great. Yeah, it's just a VTuber. Jesus. Oh, that is funny though. That there's one and it's just him, and he's getting all the games for everybody, man. He's getting all the games. He's gobbling up the games. So if anybody has been on Twitch over the last month, you've probably seen that everybody is playing this game called Lethal Company. I've seen like a little bit of it. It seems fine. I don't completely understand why people love it that much. Like I said, it seems fine. It has like a cool proximity voice thing, which I thought was pretty cool. Maybe it's the same reason people really love Phasmophobia, because it was like the exact same thing where it was like that proximity chat stuff. I love good proximity chat. I love that. That was good times. But I know Lethal Company does it, you know, I think a little bit better. from what I've seen, but the gameplay just seemed like fine. I don't know. Maybe it'll be worth checking out. I think it's like $10 or something, so I might end up grabbing it. Pretty much the same as Phasmo. Yeah, but it does like I thought it has like a reverberation thing in like in some of the hallways and stuff that was pretty cool. Something like that. I can't remember. Like it does something slightly extra with it, but they're apparently doing an arachnophobia mode, and I thought the arachnophobia mode was great, so I wanted to show it to you guys. So instead, all it does is replaces the spiders with the word spider. This might be my favorite arachnophobia mode I've ever seen in my life. I almost feel like listen, I hate spiders, and I would want, I think that I would think it would be worth having them in, but I almost feel like this makes it worth having them not in. I turned upside down when it died. Oh my gosh. Oh, gross. It's funnier with the words. So I thought this was absolutely hilarious. Joining the arachnophobia mode craze that took off in 2023, which replaced spiders with something less terrifying, Lethal Company director Zeckers decided to take a lighthearted and literal approach. Players can now completely replace the infamous bunker spider 8-leg form with a 3D model of a word that says spider. When killed, the word is simply turned upside down to indicate the newly deceased nature of the now alphabet-based foe. Oh shit. Very, very good. I love this too. I was talking to somebody about this as well, and they were talking about Grounded has something very similar, right? I think Grounded did an arachnophobia mode, but I don't know what it did with them. Rise replaces all spiders with a handler. You son of a gun. Turns them into beans. I don't know, that bean's pretty terrifying. Actually, I'm not gonna lie, those fucking spiders in Grounded are freaking me out. They're actually causing, I feel like the tension in my chest a little bit, because they have a couple of them in here when I'm looking at the blobs and stuff. Yeah, some of these actually do cause my, like, a little bit of arachnophobia. Holy fuck. F that. I don't want to look at that anymore. But I forget which one. That's awesome. I like that. Turns them into beans. Yeah, that's. I like a good one. I don't like that. I don't like the bean one as much. I like the kitty picture. I like the words. I think that's fun. I know Vash and I had a friend who couldn't play Rise, or couldn't. Well, that's not true. They could play Rise, but they could never do the spider. Because of their tryptophobia, though, actually, not because of the arachnophobia. So there's some interesting things like that, but I like that some of these games are kind of taking this and having fun with it. I think this might be my favorite though so far. All right, so I got 3 articles that we're gonna nail. We're gonna nail these bad boys back to back to back because they are all about this the Day Before game and their developer. I haven't seen much, but I kind of have a gist of what's going on with this game, or what was happening with this game and this company. But yeah, we'll get into it in just a second here. Oh goodness. You know when you get old and like you stretch and like Lots of parts of your body crack. Sucks. Ugh. It's so weird how life is like that. Oh, all right. Yeah, let's see if we can run this down and try to get an idea of what's going on. So this is like 3 different articles from a couple of different days apart. I think that maybe IGN has updated them a little bit here and there, but we'll kind of go over, because each one kind of is a little bit of a saga of each what was happening at the time of those writings. So the day before's early access launch is not going well so far. After trademark disputes, multiple delays, and everything in between, Fantastics has finally released the day before on Steam in early access. But it is not off to the best start right now, with many players complaining, citing server and performance issues among the biggest problems. At the time of writing, the day before's Steam page has been flooded with negative reviews from users. Many criticize that despite being labeled an open world game or an MMO in reality is an extraction shooter, as some players have pointed out. So there's a bunch of things here. Okay, so from my understanding, there's this company Fnatic, and I don't know exactly how, but they had pitched that this game the day before was going to be coming out. There was like a trailer, I think, too, with it. Maybe that's how they announced it. And I don't know, I don't think they ever collected money from people at that point, like pre-orders or anything, but they essentially like showed off this game, and people were like, yo, that's a scam, that's not a real game. Trailer at the previous Game Awards. Oh fuck. No way. It wasn't a small thing. Yeah. So I'm going off because I thought there was gonna be more information in the fucking article here, but people were calling out this was a scam game. Like I don't know how people pegged it, but like that there was not a game, not an actual game. Do you have the trailer, Cyclo? Are you able to get it, or should I grab it? I was gonna keep on explaining. But yeah, essentially, like, they got called out, and people were like, why you explain? Thank you. So they essentially got called out, and then they were like, no, we're gonna make a game. And so they made a game, and then they launched it into early access. And so this is kind of going over all of those things. Let's see if we can get a trailer though real quick too, because that'd be ideal. That way we can all work with the same base information at that point, you know. But yeah, so it sounds like they announced it at the Game Awards. It was supposed to be this huge open world game, and yeah, it comes out in early access. People fucking hate it because it's not an open world or an MMO or anything like that. It's an extraction shooter. And I did see some gameplay of this game, like of the game they actually released, and it is 100% an extraction shooter, and it is 100% broken as fuck. I was shocked people were actually playing it too. But I'd be wondering if they do actually keep that up, the trailer, because why would you? You'd probably back that bad boy down at some point. Do. Changing the name on Steam? I didn't see that yet. I still had a few more things that were going to be coming out of this here in a second. I just wanted to find this trailer. I didn't want to jump too far ahead. What are they changing it to? Did you know? 8 Point? Oh, that's a bad name. Oh, here's one. I found one from 2 years ago from GameSpot. You think that one's probably all right, right? Cyclo? It's 5 minutes. 5 minutes long. Well, we're not going to watch all 5 minutes, I'll tell you that, but... This is an announcement trailer.
Short gameplay demonstration trailer for The Day Before, an upcoming open-world multiplayer survival game.
You know what I kind of remember?
Features a huge, stunningly detailed post-apocalyptic world
that the game
destroyed
looked
by a terrible virus,
like The Division.
Out of fuel.
Great, man. Awesome.
We'll look around here, I guess.
Shall we split up?
Yep.
I'll find out what's in
Yep.
the skyscraper.
Okay, and I'll look around here.
So I wonder how they did all this then. If they didn't have a game, how the fuck did they produce all this, you know?
All right, all right, all right. I have found a great cowboy hat. Tell her everything's all right. And there aren't any more guns in the valley.
Easy, cowboy.
This is all bad.
Listen up. This is Woodbury Survivor Colony speaking. If you can hear this message, it means that we have opened our doors for new survivors. We can give you food and shelter and ensure your safety. Here.
I'm gonna skip ahead here. Ooh, I don't know what that is. Oh, here's a little bit of combat. Let's see.
Oh shit. Got company. Could use some help now.
The things are about to get heated.
Things are about to get heated. Damn, look at how great this looks, you know? It legitimately just looks like The Division. I don't know why they were trying to play it up like they weren't just like a Division clone.
Okay, I'm
All right, so let me see if we have any the day after gameplay. This is 2 years ago. No, I wanted to find The Division Zombies would have been cool, right? But it's by a company that's obviously not them. Yeah, let's check out this person real quick. I'm sorry. So Shirako? Listen, Shirako, I'm not trying to steal anything here. I just want to show some gameplay. Nothing more, nothing less, you know? We just want to take a look at game. I found a post that covered the saga. Oh, nice. Well, have I been wrong yet? Because I got a couple more after this. I just wanted to kind of show what the game ended up looking like. Like, it's not terrible looking, but people were like, yeah, it's not what they showed, which is fine. I think it's who is the company that does this a lot? It's the one who does it with The Division. They do it all the fucking time, where they show off a game and then it never looks like that. I'm pretty sure it's like a Ubisoft company or whatever. All right, so this is not like a great showing. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but it doesn't look terrible. Did that a little with Redfall? Ooh, yeah, they did. So my point being that, you know, I saw a couple people playing it. It's pretty jank. It's very not what they showed it was, which is fine. Listen, you can do updates and make things better. All that being said, so the day before's player count drops almost 90% in 4 days and enters Steam's 10 worst reviewed games list. So people are very upset about how the game is and, you know, or what it is compared to what it's supposed to be. I'm pretty sure the game is early access, so, you know, I get it. You know, people are giving back some critical feedback. Yo, show, what's happening? Controversial early access game The Day Before has seen its player count fall almost 90% after 4 days and has entered Steam's 10 words. Data from players tracking website SteamDB shows The Day Before peaked at 3,800 concurrent users on the launch date of December 7th, but 4 days later, at the time of writing, the number has dropped to 4,000, about a 90% decrease. Okay, so, you know, the game is not good. People immediately are kind of jumping off and not really interested, at least in the state that it's in. Obviously, it could very much, you know, it could very much get better if they did some updates and some reviews. And nope, Fnatic has announced that they are closing. The publisher of the game has decided that they're good. They're backing out of this whole thing. After 4 days of their game being on stream, of their company being live and out there, they've decided, no, we're good. This is the most insane shit, which makes people be even more like thinking that this was not a real fucking game. You were just trying to get people's money. Like my brain. Do you have that? You said you found a post covering the saga. Do you have that, Cyclo? Oh, this is it, right? Okay, let me grab this real quick. We'll go over this and see if I missed anything. He dropped it in the news. Yes, I see. So I'm gonna drop this here. We'll go over it here in a second. We'll go over that at the end and just see if we missed anything. So I'm like getting lost in my favorite games. How we all? Hey, no problem. What game have you been playing? What are you getting into? And I'm doing fantastic. I hope you are doing as well. If you're getting into a game, I know you're doing good. Epic sus, right? Isn't that crazy? The name change on Steam, I think they might be coming back in a couple of years and try it again. Yeah, you're probably right, Taint. That is crazy. In a bizarre update to the Day Before saga, the studio Fnatic has announced its closures just a day after the game's launch in early access last week. Today, oh shit. Do they have the actual thing here? Can I actually pull this up? I want to see it. I want to read it right from their thing, their stupid fucking thing. Today, we announced the closure of Fnatic Studio. Unfortunately, the Day Before has failed financially, and we lack the funds to continue. All income received is being used just to pay off debts to our partners. So, which is okay, whatever. But the game's been out there for 4 days, maybe a couple more. And they're like, yeah, we're closing. Super sus. We invested all of our efforts, resources, and man hours into the development of The Day Before, which was our first huge game. Wasn't that huge? We really wanted to release new patches to reveal the full potential of the game, but unfortunately we don't have the funding to continue the work. Again, you can do those things. Whatever. It's important to note that we didn't take any money from the public during the development of The Day Before. There were no pre-orders or crowdfunding campaigns, which just makes it seem even more sus that they feel like they need to call this out. We worked tirelessly for 5 years, pouring our blood, sweat, and tears into that game. It didn't show. I'm sorry. I hate to have to shit on stuff like this, but it's just okay. At the moment, the future of The Day Before and Prop Night is unknown, but the servers will remain operational. We apologize if we didn't meet your expectation. You didn't. We did everything within our power, but unfortunately, we miscalculated our capabilities. Creating games is an incredibly challenging endeavor. Really? We're grateful to anybody who supported us during these difficult years. It's been a fantastic journey over the past 8 years. Great, cool. So they kind of list out like what happened over the couple of years that they've been out. So apparently they've had a couple of other games that they've released. I don't know. Still charging $40 for early access. Yeah, of course they are, man. So yeah, all that, it fucking baffles me. Red Dead Redemption again. Ooh, Red Dead or Red Dead 2. I've never gotten to play either, and 2 looked really good. The survival MMO that once sat at the top of Steam's most wishlisted game list is crumbling before our eyes. After numerous delays, weirdly confrontational statements, and a trademark dispute with a calendar app, the Day Before finally released last week, and its Steam reviews average almost immediately settled at overwhelmingly negative. Certainly recommend it if you haven't played. Oh, nice. I would like to check them out at some point. I just know they're long games, so unfortunately it does become kind of a difficult thing through a calendar app. Yeah, the day before, there's probably some kind of calendar app that's like the day before, and they were like, no, you can't use that. Which is just funny that's where they're button heads. The Day Before story started almost 3 years ago when a trailer for the open world survival MMO appeared online, most notably shared by IGN. The trailer, which included scripted player comms and a voiceover explanation of the game, drew immediate comparisons to The Last of Us and The Division for its PvPvE format, scavenging mechanics, and city setting. Exactly what I thought. The Division, not necessarily The Last of Us. While some commentators at the time were skeptic the final game would look as good, the graphically impressive demo was enough to sell people on the idea of the survival MMO with a AAA sheen, and propel The Day Before into Steam's top wishlisted game, where it stayed for 2 years, which is crazy. They are pretty long, but there's so much to do in them. Such an amazing game. Yeah, I would like to get around to them at some point. One of the games I want to play pretty soon is Spider-Man 2. I know it didn't win anything, recently, but that's okay. The game looked really, really fun. That one's been on the top of my list for a little bit. If the day demo is scripted, yeah, we all know that. Okay. After another few months later, Fnatic had released a date to share June 2022. Nothing out of the ordinary. Still, trailers continue to look impressive, and the new release date sounded about right for a game that has been in development for a few years already. Comment sections around this time were a healthy mix of hype and skepticism. Watch Dogs, The Division, Cyberpunk 2077 all looked incredible, and trailers don't get too hyped, which is true. Then The Day Before went dark for 6 months. Other than a January 2022 trailer showing off DLSS and RTX support with panning shots of reflective skyscrapers. Fnatic stopped sharing updates on the game as it was presumably ramping up for release day. Whew. 2023's best Spider-Man game. Hey, listen, that's all I want, man. Swept the category. I know, man. Listen, I'm not saying it was worth. It didn't have to win anything. I've seen a little bit, and I thought it looked like it was gonna be fun. Just a month before The Day Before, now the top wish of the game on Steam is set to release, Fnatic pulled the plug. The game was delayed nearly a year, so Fnatic could upgrade the Unreal Engine 5, and the new release date was March 1st, 2023. It was a little weird. Big games sometimes get months before the release date, but they're usually pushed back a matter of weeks or months, not a whole year. Just a month after the big delay, Fnatic put out a call for volunteers willing to help get the big day over the finish line. Or the day before. The big day. The day before over the finish line. People had already taken notice of the studio quirky communication style, but this is the first time it got them into trouble. There seems to be a misunderstanding around Fnatic's special definition of volunteer, but it did admit some of its employees were unpaid help. Oh my god! Holy shit! Okay, well, the day before. I heard such a thing was funny. And I got around to play it myself. Yeah, that's one that I would like to get into sometime soon. Your internet went down. Well, welcome back. The day before, right? Actually, isn't that funny? I didn't put those two things together. Wait. They literally delayed it the day before. Oh, no, never mind. It was a month before. I was like, did they delay it the day before? That'd be hilarious. By 2023, unease around the lack of the day before updates was on the rise. The game's second deadline was in 2 months, and by this time, it'd be nearly 2 years since we'd seen significant gameplay. The official Discord was abuzz with fans who were convinced the DayZ-like phenomenon was almost here. The day before had its naysayers too, but pessimists were shot down by much louder enthusiasm. Fnatic announced that it'd be finally sharing a new video in January that showcased a majority of the features and gameplay elements and whatever. Meanwhile, we seriously questioned if the day before was legit. Red flags were piling up, but things were getting weird just a few days later. It looks horrible. It is horrible. Okay. So, surprise, the day before was delayed another 8 months, this time because of a trademark dispute with a calendar app called The Day Before. Surprise? That it's named the same thing. The day before Steam page disappeared, and Fnatic also postponed the gameplay video that we were promised. Reactions were all over the place. On one hand, the dispute seemed real and disruptive for Fnatic. On the other hand, 8 months? That's a really long time to delay a game that's supposedly finished, unless it wasn't. The delay and bizarre timing created a perfect storm. The day before had been elevated from wishlist curiosity to main character of the internet. To make things worse, Fnatic changed its story, clarifying that it was going to delay the day before regardless of the trademark dispute. The curious case of the survival game that may or may not really exist became a closely followed beat for website and YouTubers. The Discord was flooded with trolls and miffed fans who were starting to believe they were misled, misinformed, and unpaid Discord moderators were left at the front lines to field Fnatic's mess. Fans demanded answers, but the mods knew as much as they did. Oh, man, this is long as F. Okay, so we'll hit a couple more before we kind of knock this out. Following the January delay, Fnatic's communications got weirder and desperate. In February, the studio announced that it would show new gameplay despite the lawsuit. The 10-minute gameplay trailer did actually come out, and the game looked fine, I guess. It was a lot of running around empty streets, looting cabinets, and very little combat. In the same month, the day before trailers disappeared from Fnatic's YouTube channel, which is kind of what I was expecting. It is the lawsuit's fault. Okay. We'll be back on top of the wish lists. The Fnatic co-founder. Okay. Fnatic managed to keep a promise, sort of. The studio beat the lawsuit the day before Steam page was restored at the start of November, and even reclaimed its spot amongst top wishlisted games. Unfortunately, the game also got delayed to December 7th, now planned for early access. The studio's hopes seemed high as its attitude shifted from defensive to indignant. All this time, we've been focused on developing the game itself. You know, for us, it's a huge leap forward from a little indie studio from the edge of the world. And over all these years, we've been going through pain, suffering, and blood. But we've done everything possible to go through all these obstacles to the very top. We've encountered everything from people's disbelief to trademark attacks. The new gameplay overview trailer 2. There was a new gameplay overview. Fnatic had largely lost the confidence of the internet by this point, but the trailer wasn't half bad. It at least looked true to the game Fnatic had planned. The day before came out and it was broken. The game immediately shot into the top seller list on Steam with over 30,000 concurrent players, but only a fraction of those players could successfully play the game. Those who could play noticed something unexpected about the day before. It wasn't really an open world MMO survival. Its format of gearing up in a hub zone, deploying to an open world, then extracting your gear back home. Great. That brings us to today. Only 4 days after getting its game out the door, Fnatic has closed its doors, citing that financial failures to the day before, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, this is all the kind of stuff we've seen at this point. So a much more kind of round history of like, or full history of exactly what we've seen and kind of play out in those couple of things. Thank you so much, Cycle, for finding that, my dude. So yeah, just a wild story. I don't know exactly how this all fits together as far as like, they're definitely taking money somehow, but it's not exactly clear. So I don't know. Just like I said, pretty wild. And if any new things kind of pop up over the next couple of weeks, I'll make sure that, you know, we go over them, whatever. But yeah, pretty interesting, especially with Taint saying that they are trying to change their name too, so that they can try and pull something very similar, which is hilarious. Let's play the new Avatar game. It doesn't look like my cup of tea. I have not seen anything about it. I've seen a little bit, not much though. But yeah, I've never played and never seen any of the Avatar movies, so I wouldn't play an Avatar game. So, all right, let me crank this bad boy up to 1080, I guess. So this is going to be the trailer for the new Monster Hunter game. You know, I'm going to keep on talking about it and hyping it up, because I'm so fucking excited, even though it's not till 2025. Sorry, Korea. Oh my god. I don't know what are you sorry about Korea for? Damn, man. Oh, because I'm putting it at 1080, really shoving it in their face. My 1080s, my 1080p's. All right. So yeah, I just wanted to go over this again because it's so awesome, and I want to see it again. So let's do it. That's a good looking trailer. Oh my god, that was taken straight from the Game Awards. You could hear the clapping and I say, excited for you and Vash for this game. Hey, thank you so much, buddy. I know it's not everybody's game, but for us who are Monster Hunter fans, it's been huge. I've been over on the Monster Hunter subreddit a little bit here and there, and it's been crazy, guys. Yeah. But yeah, so this has been really, really cool. I've been watching a lot of like breakdowns and stuff, but I don't know. I'm not gonna go into too much of it. I just was gonna pull up like these like monsters that are like tracking behind the hunter. People were saying kind of look like Gosharags, or like, you know, mini versions of those, which would be really cool. I'd love me some Gosharag. And then later on, I think it's like here. I think they're like fucking tossing these things like all over the place and shit. Like they were like attacking them and shit. It's so cool looking. I'm so excited. And when we get more news, it'll probably be in the summer or whatever. Gosherd. It could be, man. Whenever we get more news, we'll definitely talk about it. But I wanted to watch it again with y'all just because it got announced the other day, and we are so hyped. Between Rise and World, both are on my wish list. Ooh, they're both great games. I'll tell you, they're gonna be great no matter what you choose. I think Rise is a little easier for people to get into as a first Monster Hunter, but World is a very fantastic game, so you won't be disappointed with either, potentially, as long as you like those, as long as you end up enjoying those games. Yeah, I would listen. I'd love more Gosharag. He's such a cool monster. I almost like keep on wondering, like, so if for you guys who don't know, so there's two games of Monster Hunter that have come out in the last couple of years: Monster Hunter World and Monster Hunter Rise. World was kind of like on Switch and then on PC, and did I say that right? World was on PlayStation, Xbox, PC, or whatever, and Rise was Switch and PC. And they're like almost like they're developed by two different divisions of Monster Hunter developers. And so like I almost am like worried to a point where they're gonna be like, yeah, well, we don't give a shit about Rise. We're doing our own thing. Like I'm almost like, are they even gonna care about the Rise monsters or anything? So we'll see. Sink loads of hours into, oh, that's one. That's Monster Hunter's that kind of game. 100%. Okay, we just got 3 more here. We'll run through these because I want to knock these out pretty quickly. So nothing stays forgotten. Yeah, that's fair. I almost wonder just if the Wilds team is going to care about Rise at all. So yeah, maybe they won't, but we'll get more Rise stuff later on. But I'd be interested to see if any of those ones translate over to the new one. You know, I would love if they did. I love some good Rise ones. Okay, so E3 is officially dead. It's been a long time coming. You know, we've been going over like companies who have been kind of, you know, backing out for a little while now, but it is now official. The Entertainment Software Association has announced the end of E3 for good, 28 years after the first event took place. In a statement shared on Twitter and with the Washington Post, the ESA said it had decided to end the Electronics Art Expo after more than 2 decades. I have a lot of really good memories of E3, of never going, but watching or catching up on, you know, presentations and stuff over the years. And yeah, it's actually really sad. Cyclo also brought up a good point in Discord that you know, there's very few like actual ceremonies or, you know, showing off kind of, you know, these kinds of things that aren't just like specific to consoles and stuff. You know, like console like brought to like Sony specific ones or Microsoft specific ones or Nintendo specific ones, they're all kind of like, that's kind of what they're all going to be. You know, there's not like an overarching one where everybody can come to, except for like the Game Awards now, which is fine, but you know, you almost want something different. Concentrated cloud of body over now. Oh, you'll find a place. Again, I've never been to E3, man, but you know, so I always watch it from home, and it's not great here. After more than 2 decades of serving as a central showcase for the video game industry, ESA has decided to end E3. ESA remains focused on advocating for ESA member companies and the industry workforce who fuel positive culture and economic impact every day. But yeah, I am, like I said, I'm a little sad. I remember, you know, being really excited. It was always in June, I believe E3 was. It was June or July, I don't remember exactly. But I would always look up when they want the certain presentations were going to be. So I knew when I was coming home, I was going to be down for like an hour to watching, you know, the major ones that I wanted to see, or checking out videos afterwards. And I know like the Game Awards is kind of taking the place a little bit, but only a little bit. Summer Games Fest will be a good one. I know Cycler was bringing up a couple other ones too earlier, but yeah, there's just, I don't know. I'll be a little bit sad, even if it's just nostalgically sad. Gamescom, that's right. So it's too bad. All right, let's hit these last two. Saw 11 has been confirmed with a September 2024 release date. I know you guys have been really excited. You were thinking, man, when am I going to get more Saw? So Lionsgate officially confirmed Saw 11 with an Instagram post on Monday and revealed a release date that is actually not very far away. They still making these? That's right. They still making them, and now they're going to 11. Tokyo Game Show. Hey, there we go. Okay, we have a couple more. I'm just saying, E3 will always have a special place in my heart. And so with that, I don't give a shit anymore, and we're gonna move on. This last one is for a early gameplay trailer of a game called Mouse, which just looks really interesting. So I wanted to kind of show you guys this. Let's take a look at this trailer. Like I said, it's an early gameplay trailer for Mouse.
I have a feeling this isn't over yet.
Whoa, coffee? I'm in. All right. So I just wanted to show this off. I thought it looked pretty interesting. Very much like a Cuphead kind of, feel, because they're kind of doing that look, but in more of a first-person shooter. So I think it looks pretty interesting. There's 11 of those. Yeah, there's 11 of those apparently. There's so many Saw movies I have not seen, because it might be a scam. But search Captain Possum trailer. Uh-oh. Can I look it up on a different one and just, let me make sure, man. I'm a little worried, I don't want to. Two months ago. Okay, let's take a look. Violet Mickey, this is amazing. Doesn't it look pretty good? Okay, we're gonna take a look at this other one from Cyclo. Hold on. Let's Let's pull it up. I'm a little worried. Might be legit, but the assets look a lot like Spiritfarer. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! 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 All right, let's take a look. This is Captain Possum. There's a newer trailer. Should we? Oh, mostly same trailer as I saw. Oh, okay. So am I good? Should we continue? And maybe it's just me. This game just doesn't look fun. Captain Possum. All right, well, let's take a look at Spiritfarer gameplay.
Rated T.
Yeah, let's do a direct comparison here.
For teen.
Hey, this already looks way better. This looks great. Somehow this yeah, looks way better. I was trying to see what is there any fishing in this? Two-player, you say? Learn how to say goodbye. Oh my god. Oh, I don't like this. Man, why you gotta bring this up, man? This is terrible. I don't care about its assets anymore, man. Not emotional damage. I feel like I got emotionally damaged out of nowhere, man. Emotionally splash damaged. Yeah, you're right. The assets do look really similar. I don't know. We'll keep an eye on if we hear anything more about Captain Possum. If anybody sees Captain Possum, do not buy it. Do not pre-order it. Don't do anything with it. Let other people be the guinea pigs for you, okay? Oh man. Name one game that doesn't have fishing. That's true. Does the player 2 controls the cat? Is that really? Charon's in it though, so there's that. Me and the wife cry. Highly recommend. Hey, I'm definitely gonna have to check it out. I wonder if this is one of those ones that I have or not. Also, I love a good game on Switch too. I need more games that I can get into on Switch that are not just Zelda. Thank you so much, guys, for hanging out. This actually went a little longer than I expected, but very cool. We knocked out a lot of good news stuff. Man, that day before controversy is intense. So yeah, I think that's gonna wrap it up for the news today. So we're gonna head over to the other scene and hang out for a little bit, and we'll take a break in just a few here. But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for the news. So thank you all for coming out.